Good morning. I'm at Holland Haven with Richard, G0NAD, and we're going to cycle along the sea wall up that way and operate from the sea wall just behind it. And it's a bit blustery. I've bought the drone, but I don't know if I'll put that up in the air because it might be too windy. Anyway. Arrived at where we're going to operate from, which is not far, so we haven't cycled very far, only from the mast up there at Holland Haven. So all of this is part of the nature reserve, and then further up here we've got the golf club for Frinton-on-Sea, which is just there. So looking out to sea here, so we're heading kind of west here. We've got Gunfleet Wind Farm here, built on Gunfleet Sands. So we're going to operate just down here. Tuck that out of the wind. So we're set up. So Richard's snuck down there. We'll talk you through the radio end in a minute. So on the rail here, I've got attached to the rail is a jaws clamp from Moonraker here in the UK. I'll put a link for that in the description for anybody that's interested. And then into that, which is a 3/8 fitting, this is a Super Antennas MP1. So it's just got a sliding coil. I'm going to stand back a bit because Richard's transmitting. And the whip on top there is a buddy pole. I would normally use a 17-foot MFJ whip, but it's very windy today, so had to kind of compromise a little bit. I have put a bungee onto the clamp as well, because it's kind of at its extremities of how far it will stretch, and I was a bit worried about it pinging off, and that would kind of catch the whole contraption. Otherwise it would fall into the sea if it did come off, but I think it'll be alright. And on the feed point there, I've got some ferrite beads, 25 ferrite beads, and the coax is Messi and Poloni Airborne 5, so it's 5mm, same as RG 58 basically. Anyway, we put some we were going to put some radials on, but just out of curiosity we attached it to the stick, the Rig Expert stick analyzer and SWR, and I just guessed where the coil went, because the coil slides up and down. I just guessed where it was from sort of last time that I used this on 20 meters, and without any radials on it was absolutely fine. So obviously we're getting a decent enough ground off of the railing, which goes all the way down into the North Sea. So yeah, Richard's making a contact there now, so I'll just go and see who he's making a contact with, and then we'll talk you through what we've got at the radio end. I bought all the everything we need for the antennas, so I've also bought a dipole and a roach pole here in case we set up on the grass behind us, but we decided to just sit down here. Okay, so Richard's had his first contact, and he's going to talk you through the setup now. So what we got then, Richard?
Okay, so you've got the little G106 transceiver, XF transceiver, so
let's turn that down.
That's good for top band through to up to 6 meters. No, I think I'm not sure it covers 6 meters anyway. It certainly goes up to 10 meters. A little amplifier, a little Chinese amplifier there, which will on measuring is giving out between 25 to 30 watts depending on the power supply. This little battery pack's only 12 volts, so perhaps and then this is a little ATU that I've built, so this is good for well, anything really from 40 meters up to about 10 meters again. It's sort of self-tuning, so literally just key up and it tunes. All of that's mounted on a bit of breadboard, literally a breadboard that I've cut up and glued together with a little plinth on it, and yeah, little socket on the side there for BNC, just out of the aerial. It's all done.
There you go, and that's the setup.
NAG/portable 4i9 because of some modulation problems. Good morning to England. Name Oliver, New Munich. Roger.
Yeah, morning Oliver. We're running a little Zygu G106, a little Zygu G106. Name here is Richard, and running about 30 watts. We're out portable on the coast of the Essex coast of the UK, on the southeast corner of the UK.
Okay, Golf 0 November Alpha Delta portable. Richard, good morning. You are 5 and 8, 5 and 7, 5 and 8. My name is Lucio. Back to you.
Yeah, good morning Lucio. Very nice to speak to you this morning. We're here by the coast in Essex in the UK. We're literally about 5 metres away. The water's coming in actually, the tide is coming in. We're very, very close to the sea. And
There's Richard. It's very windy. So when we're done on the radio, I think we're going to try and fly the drone down here, but I'll probably keep it very low because the wind is actually coming from this direction and going in that direction, which is not where I want to be flying a drone.
Germany 0 November America Delta /portable. From Charlie Tango 1 Delta Queen Victoria 58 5/8 with a couple of kilos Baltimore. But I can read you okay. I am maintained not beaming United Kingdom. My name is Ed, Echo D Delta, Easy Delta, that's the name. Go ahead, recovery.
yeah, morning Ed. Thank you very much for taking the call. Running a little.
Okay, so Richard's had a few contacts on 20 metres now, and I've just shortened the whip length and messed around with it to get it to tune up on 17 metres. Ideally, really, it'd be best to reduce the amount of coil and leave the whip longer, but I tried that and it's a bit of a faff anyway, so it'll work. The best thing is obviously to eliminate as much coil as you possibly can, but anyway, we'll see if there's anything out on 17.
Roger, Golf 0 November Alpha Delta /portable. Golf 0 November Alpha Delta /portable. Good morning.
Yeah, okay, 0 NAG from M0 good morning to you. Thanks for coming back to the call. You're not too strong with me. I think it's Richard there. Name is Dave, and we're up in North Hampshire.
Okay, now Richard's had one contact on 17, and I've just I've taken one of these bottom sections out and messed around with it and got it tuned up. It's now okay. It's 1 to 1.25 or thereabouts on 15 metres because we're here in a couple of stations. But I took the bottom section out because then it's actually easier to adjust the whip length without precariously jumping up on the railing. So plug that in the radio, see if we can hear anything on 15.
Okay, Roger. Good morning. Golf 0 November Alpha Delta in portable. You 5-9 from North and QSL.
Yeah, QSL.
2 Echo 0 Washington, Mexico, Germany, portable. Roger. Okay, Yanis, thanks very much. Nice to talk to you again. Your report 59, you report, Roger. 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf portable.
And the portable?
2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf portable.
2 Echo 0?
2 Echo 0 Washington, Mexico, Germany, portable. Roger.
Okay, Roger. 2 Echo 0 Whiskey Mike Golf, like portable. Thank you very much for your call. Your real signal is to 5x450 Roger.
Okay, we've packed up and we're going to cycle back. I think we've concluded it's too windy for the drone, so the drone will have to fly another day. Yeah.